Imagine a microscopic sphere studded with protein spikes. Too small to see with the naked eye, yet capable of wreaking havoc on a global scale. This is the coronavirus, a tiny entity that has upended our world. It's a type of virus, a biological agent that exists on the boundary between living and non-living. Unlike bacteria, viruses can't survive on their own. They need a host, a living cell, to replicate and spread. The coronavirus is an RNA virus, meaning its genetic information is encoded in RNA rather than DNA. This RNA is the virus's blueprint, containing the instructions for building new viruses. Encasing this precious cargo is a protective shell called the capsid. This shell, made of protein, shields the RNA from the harsh environment outside the cell. Protruding from the capsid are the infamous spike proteins. These proteins are the virus's key to unlocking our cells. They act like keys, binding to specific receptors on the surface of our cells to gain entry. Once inside, the virus can hijack the cell's machinery, turning it into a factory for producing more viruses. The coronavirus is a stealthy enemy, spreading silently from person to person. It's a stark reminder of the interconnectedness of life on Earth and the power of the microscopic world. The coronavirus is a masterpiece of biological engineering, albeit one with sinister intentions. Its structure, honed by evolution, is perfectly adapted for its mission: to infect cells, replicate, and spread. At the heart of the virus lies its RNA genome, a single strand of genetic material that carries the instructions for building new viruses. This RNA is incredibly efficient, packing a lot of information into a small space. It's like a set of blueprints that tell the host cell how to assemble new viral proteins and replicate the viral genome. Surrounding and protecting the RNA is the capsid, a protein shell that provides structural integrity. The capsid is made up of multiple copies of a single protein, arranged in a precise and symmetrical pattern. This symmetrical arrangement gives the virus its characteristic spherical shape and maximizes the space available for the RNA genome. Embedded in the viral envelope are the spike proteins, the virus's weapons of choice. These proteins are responsible for the virus's ability to infect cells. They protrude from the viral envelope like spikes, giving the coronavirus its crown-like appearance, hence the name corona, which means crown in Latin. The structure of the coronavirus is a testament to the power of natural selection. Over countless generations, the virus has evolved to become highly efficient at infecting and spreading among humans. Understanding this structure is crucial for developing effective treatments and vaccines to combat this global threat. The coronavirus is a master of deception, tricking our cells into becoming unwitting accomplices in its own propagation. The process begins with the virus's spike protein, which acts as a key to unlock our cells. This protein binds to a specific receptor on the surface of our cells, called ACE2, which is found in abundance in the lining of our lungs and other organs. The binding of the spike protein to the ACE2 receptor triggers a cascade of events that ultimately lead to the virus entering the cell. Think of it as a Trojan horse strategy. The virus, disguised as a harmless package, tricks the cell into letting it in. Once inside the cell, the virus releases its RNA genome, which carries the instructions for building new viruses. The viral RNA hijacks the cell's machinery, forcing it to produce viral proteins and replicate the viral genome. The cell, now under the virus's control, becomes a factory for producing more viruses. These newly assembled viruses then bud off from the infected cell, acquiring a new envelope studded with spike proteins in the process. These new viruses are then free to infect other cells, repeating the cycle of infection and spreading the virus throughout the body. The coronavirus's ability to hijack our cells and turn them against us is a testament to its insidious nature. It's a microscopic enemy that exploits our own biology to replicate and spread. Our bodies are engaged in a constant battle against a myriad of invisible foes, including viruses. Fortunately, we have evolved a sophisticated defense system to protect us from these microscopic invaders. This system, known as the immune system, is a complex network of cells and proteins that work together to identify and destroy pathogens like the coronavirus. One of the first lines of defense against the coronavirus is the innate immune system. This system provides a rapid, non-specific response to infection. It includes physical barriers like skin and mucous membranes, which prevent pathogens from entering the body. It also includes cells like macrophages and neutrophils, which engulf and destroy pathogens. If the virus manages to bypass the innate immune system, the adaptive immune system kicks in. This system is slower to respond, but is more specific and has memory. It involves cells like B cells and T cells, which recognize specific antigens on the surface of pathogens. B cells produce antibodies, which are proteins that bind to specific antigens on the surface of pathogens, marking them for destruction. T cells, on the other hand, directly kill infected cells. Once the adaptive immune system has cleared the infection, it retains a memory of the pathogen, allowing it to mount a faster and more effective response upon subsequent encounters. The immune system is a remarkable feat of evolution, capable of recognizing and destroying a vast array of pathogens. However, the coronavirus presents a unique challenge due to its ability to mutate rapidly and evade the immune system.